to the 60.
They're off to take the touchback. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Taking a shot on the first play. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Touchdown Doors! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll start this drive firing. Wasting no time taking a shot. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Hit the afterburners, kid. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Tigers.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Dillon. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Smacks him with the stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
The back goes in motion. Power football with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Quarterback empties his backfield. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Johnson wants to throw it. Moving away from pressure. Got out of trouble and throws. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Commodores racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He's got his man. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. He unleashed that one, some serious spin rate, some revolutions on that one.
You want to talk about velocity? How about the arm talent this kid has? I love watching him throw these curl routes. He's in rhythm, he takes his steps, and man, when he decides to pull the trigger, watch out.
Motion from the offense. Quarterback on the keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contained. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field and get him to the ground.
Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Wide receiver shows motion. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Johnson looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Dances away from the heat. He'll pull it down. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses.
A 51-yard field goal is not really unreasonable in terms of range, but they'll try to convert on 4th down. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Vandy.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Fast motion from the offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Touchdown LSU! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Quarterback checking the play. Johnson wants to throw it. It's complete to the left. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Offense set on first down.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score tied at 14.
A new set of downs after the completion. Movement here from the tight end. He'll keep it himself. Still running at the 40. Quarterback gets the first down. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Commodores. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
If I'm a DC, I'm throwing my 21. I'm throwing my hands up in the air. What do you want me to do? I mean, this is unbelievable having a guy this dynamic at the quarterback spot that can take it 50-plus and make it look that easy. You stop.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, a running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some bounds and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
Going up top on first down. Fires one high and deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, if at first you succeed, try again. They've already linked up twice for touchdown passes, so no question the quarterback here still in the first half looking for his go-to guy, but you got to give the defense credit there. They were expecting it, and they were able to make sure that one fell incomplete.
He'll do it himself. And it's loose. And the defense snatches it, and they reverse the field.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and then causing a fumble.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Johnson looking to throw. Dances away. He'll try to do it himself. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness points. He stood in there, stared down the barrel, got whacked, but I won't give him smarts points because he threw into double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that. So try not to get walloped, and definitely don't throw up into double coverage.
Unlike the old school thinking, this is the area of the field that is really 4-down territory now. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he showed you the arm talent on the throw.
They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
He'll do it himself. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Intercepted. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown LSU. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone, eyes get big as saucers, go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half.
Let's go.
Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Johnson wants to throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Ball lofted, that's up for grabs, and it's intercepted. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He'll toss it. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Johnson looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. He's got an open man. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the Commodores will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Looking to scramble. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. The AT unit on the field. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. First down for this offense. To the air. It's Nussmeier. He looks that one in nicely. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On second down, looking again to throw. Got it on the outside, it's Lacey. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
This defense will try to keep everything in front. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Just enough time for one final play in this half. It's a draw. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. The Commodores will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do.
And he's running in the open. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. LSU quick to the line.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Unleashes one deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, the defense is starting to figure it out, I think. It's taken him some time. This guy already has 2 touchdown catches. That time, though, they were in a better position in coverage to force the incompletion.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle. It's Watkins. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. A field goal try would have been a 51-yarder. They'll opt instead to try to move the chains on fourth down. Throws for the tight end. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. On the option. Now the pitch. Thrust that arm out.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback checking off. Johnson wants to throw it. Looking deep. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Now facing a third and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. That throw and catch a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
He'll pull it on the read. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Nice job by the defense there, getting a stop on the quarterback behind the line of scrimmage. We know they've been burned a few times early in this game by the QB run, but they weren't going to let it happen there.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Skips away from pressure. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them. And the Commodores come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bell. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Now on the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
After this long of a drive, you have to cap it off with a touchdown, and here comes 3rd and goal. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Moves around to clear up the vision. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, here's an interesting decision. It's early in the game. Do you want to be aggressive and try to seize momentum and go for this? Or do you just take the field goal and take the points?
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Smashes it between the uprights. And now they take the lead. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
LSU offense will take over. 1st and 10.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on 4th basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on 4th down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. He uncorks one deep. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
He's brought down at the 13-yard line. Brings up second down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Caught in the backfield, it's Stowers. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Brings up third down. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Vanderbilt 31, LSU 28.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
Well, when the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time. They couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Coming out with it, it's Thomas. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Fires to the right. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. quick pass on the jet motion.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, Dave, if I were allowed to put type of push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Unloads to the right. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The sure hands, it's Taylor. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. The Tigers will hustle to the line. So the fourth down call works out for them as they try to keep the momentum going.
Yeah, that play race is going to give them a lot of confidence. Here they are. They're trying to scrape and claw themselves back into this one and take the lead. They needed that play.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Working that left side now. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advancing.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He's got it, and they convert. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. And this is almost certainly 4-down territory, down 6, and needing a touchdown in the point after to take the lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Got rid of it just in time. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up 4th down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. He wants it all. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
On the move. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
I know a lot of people thought this was going to be a blowout, but this team said, just when you think you have all the answers, I change the questions.
It's so true, Reese. I mean, they had a lot of dudes that we were talking to leading up to this game just had a chip on their shoulder. They just didn't feel like they were being respected, and they wanted to come out and they wanted to prove a point. And David, they did exactly just that.
And it's so much easier to be the underdog. It's so much easier to coach that team when you go, hey, they're ranked.
Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, Music City, USA, and home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt, who hope today they will hit all of the right notes. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on another team from the SEC, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided... They'll take the touchback. Line gets set, first down. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. The option look. Oh, ball's out. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike could get a big paw in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
Yeah, and when you're the secondary and you're flying up, great job understanding. The guy's already kind of slowing down a little bit, but where do I put my head? I put my head on the football, get my hand on the football. Those guys, those DBs from LSU really understanding that, flying up, making the big play.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Running back searching for a hole. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Johnson looking to throw. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The Commodores want to move quickly. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Unleashes it. Got his man. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on third down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Direct snap. Shakes off the defender. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
And the Commodores are moving quickly down the field. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. They're bringing heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Fires into traffic, picked off.
Really tough on an offense. 3rd and long, it's tough to, you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that 1st down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. It's caught downfield. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Going for the big play. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
It's 2nd down.
Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to take off. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, running back on the move. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the 1st quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, LSU 7, Vanderbilt 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tigers!
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown, and that's exactly what happened.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll return it. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback.
First and 10.
ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab on the left. At the 35, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Commodores in the hurry-up. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Johnson wants to throw it. Turns it loose. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. And the offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
Man, what a nice touchdown run, and this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
21, Vanderbilt, 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So
it's complete. A huge pickup. He's into the open down the middle. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Doors. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. into the playbook here on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Off play action on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. He's off to the races. Touchdown LSU! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Number 17.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
On the move from inside his 5. And the ball's free, deep in his own territory.
That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession again.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Touchdown LSU! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
You see it in football all the time, right? I get a matchup on the outside. You want to try to play man coverage? I'm going to let my wide receiver try to go up and make a play. A lot of times the wide receiver wins. Not this time.
Quarterback checking the play. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He's got it down the left side. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And the Commodores want to pick up the tempo.
You know, there's a lot of communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk. You have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this. I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, some of the communication was busted.
Johnson looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
The Commodores are on the move. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Johnson wants to throw it. Using his feet to buy time. That quarterback was doing his best Houdini, escaping in the backfield, but the defense finally gets to it.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And the Commodores will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. The offense set for a first down play. Defense playing a bail technique. Makes the grab. It's Lacey. And the big gain. They've got it on the 46. LSU right back to the line. He's looking to throw it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it inside the 10. And he got away from the